Have you ever felt the world spinning too fast? I have. Sometimes it feels like every day is a race with new trends, new notifications, and new demands pulling us in every direction. The pace of modern life can be exhilarating, but it can also be overwhelming, leaving us longing for something slower, something more grounded. In a time of endless updates and constant noise, sometimes my soul craves a pause. I find myself yearning for silence, for a moment to breathe deeply and simply exist, away from the relentless buzz of technology and the pressure to always keep up. I seek places where time slows, where life follows the sun, the seasons, and the steady pace of tradition. In these places, the rhythm of daily life is dictated not by the clock, but by nature and community, and every day feels both familiar and meaningful. These are not just old places, they are timeless sanctuaries, where history breathes in the present. The stones and streets hold stories, and every corner seems to whisper memories of those who came before. To visit is to connect with generations past, to walk ancient streets and feel the weight of enduring identity. There's a sense of belonging, a reminder that we are part of a much larger story, stretching back through centuries. What makes a place timeless? It's not just the buildings, but the atmosphere, the craftsman's hands, the echo of local dialects, the preservation of a way of life. It's the shared rituals, the familiar faces, and the pride in keeping traditions alive, even as the world changes around them. These places quietly defy the sameness of modernity, keeping authenticity alive. They remind us that there is beauty in continuity, and that not everything needs to be reinvented or replaced. My travels are a search for these rare corners, each teaching me that sometimes the most profound journey is one that takes you back. In seeking out the unchanging, I discover new perspectives on what truly matters. In these moments, I find a piece of that enduring spirit within myself. I am reminded that while the world may rush forward, there is wisdom in stillness and a quiet strength in honoring the past. In Kyoto's Gion district, time feels suspended. As dusk falls, lanterns glow and the world softens, the clatter of wooden sandals echoes on stone streets. Here, the modern world fades, replaced by centuries-old rituals and grace. I remember watching a geiko glide across a bridge, her kimono vivid against the evening. Gion's magic is in its details, the latticework windows, discreet tea house signs, and family shops passing down tradition. Every gesture, from serving tea to tying a kimono, is a ritual honed over generations. The pace is deliberate, inviting you to slow down and notice beauty in every movement. In Gion, time is measured in ceremonies, not minutes. To walk here is to witness a living tradition, beauty and discipline woven into daily life. It's a gentle whisper from another era, lingering long after you leave. Gion teaches the art of finding meaning in slowness. If Gion is a whisper, Fez in Morocco is a vibrant symphony. Entering Fez El Bali, you're lost in a maze of alleyways, alive with scents of spices, leather, and mint tea. Every turn reveals bustling souks, quiet squares, and centuries-old architecture. The Chawara Tannery is a living tableau, men dyeing hides in ancient vats, a craft unchanged for 1,000 years. Artisans hammer brass, weave carpets, and the call to prayer echoes through the city. Fez is not a museum. It's a medieval city alive in the present. Here, history isn't observed, it's experienced, woven into daily life. The city immerses you in its timeless, chaotic dance. In Fez, you don't just see history, you become part of it. Havana, Cuba is a city where time is beautifully frozen, its streets echoing with stories from another era. The city's skyline is a patchwork of history, where every rooftop and alleyway seems to whisper tales of revolution, romance, and resilience. Classic cars in bright colors cruise the Malecon, symbols of resilience and ingenuity. These vintage vehicles, lovingly maintained and passed down through generations, are more than just transportation. They're rolling testaments to the Cuban spirit, adapting and thriving against the odds. Colonial buildings stand in faded glory, their pastel facades peeling but proud. Each crack and weathered balcony tells a story of endurance, of a city that refuses to let go of its grandeur, even as time leaves its mark. In Old Havana, music spills from doorways, and neighbors gather on stoops, creating a vibrant sense of community. The rhythms of salsa and sun mingle with laughter, filling the air with a warmth that's impossible to ignore. I remember sipping strong coffee in a small cafe, listening to a local guitarist play for himself, not for tourists. The aroma of fresh coffee mingled with the gentle strum of guitar strings, creating a moment of pure authenticity that felt like a secret shared between friends. Life here is unscripted, lived with passion despite hardship. People greet each other with genuine warmth, and every day is an improvisation, a dance between hope and reality. There are no neon signs or chain stores, just local markets and family-run eateries. The flavors of Havana are homemade, served with pride and a sense of tradition that's been carefully preserved. Havana's isolation has preserved a unique, joyful spirit. The city feels untouched by the rush of modern life, allowing its culture and traditions to flourish in their own time. The city is a blend of nostalgia and resilience, inviting you to live within its rhythm. Here, every sunset is a celebration, and every street corner holds the promise of music and connection. Walking its streets, you feel both the melancholy of loss and the pride of preservation. The contrast between restored mansions and crumbling facades is a reminder of Havana's complex, layered history. Havana doesn't just show its past, it lets you inhabit it. Every step is a journey through time, where the present and the past coexist in a delicate, beautiful balance. It's a place that captures the heart and lingers in your memory. Long after you leave, the colors, sounds, and spirit of Havana remain with you, calling you back. Here, the soul of the city is found in its enduring creative spirit, a spirit that continues to inspire, enchant, and endure, no matter what the future holds. Beyond cities, timelessness lives in wild places, like Scotland's Isle of Skye. Here, jagged mountains and misty glens feel shaped by myth, not time. The landscape is dramatic, ancient, and humbling. Silence broken only by wind and birds. Human presence is woven into the land, stone circles, ruined castles, and weavers crafting tweed inspired by the hills. Stories of fairies and legends are spoken as if they're part of daily life. On Skye, the past is not just remembered, it's felt in every breath and every view. The connection between people, land, and story is unbroken. Traditions endure in music, whiskey, and the shepherd's daily work. To be here is to sense the magic and weight of history. Skye reminds us that some places keep a magic our modern world has nearly forgotten. Returning from these timeless places, the speed of modern life feels jarring. The contrast is immediate and almost overwhelming, as if we've stepped from a quiet sanctuary into a world that never pauses, never breathes. The relentless pace of our daily routines can make us forget what it feels like to simply be, rather than always do. The quiet of Gion or Skye is replaced by the rush of commuters and digital noise. Screens flicker, announcements blare, and the city pulses with urgency. Every moment is accounted for, every second measured, as if we're all racing toward an invisible finish line. Our world prizes efficiency and constant connection, yet often leaves us feeling disconnected. We're surrounded by people but rarely present with them. The pressure to keep up, to respond instantly, can be exhausting. We scroll past beauty, missing the pleasure of presence and unhurried conversation. The art of noticing, of truly seeing, is lost in the blur of notifications and deadlines. We forget to savor the small wonders that surround us. Timeless places offer an antidote. They force us to slow down and surrender to their pace. In these spaces, time stretches and deepens, inviting us to reconnect with ourselves and the world around us. In FEs, you can't rush the labyrinth. On Skye, you must walk and listen to the wind. These places demand patience, rewarding those who linger with unexpected moments of wonder and insight. These places teach patience, the value of tradition, and the beauty of imperfection. They remind us that life's richness is found in the details, in the slow unfolding of stories and skills passed down through generations. They remind us that not all progress is forward. Sometimes, wisdom lies in stillness. In the quiet, we rediscover our own thoughts and the gentle rhythms of nature. Modernity has its gifts, but balance is essential. We need moments of pause to truly appreciate the advances we've made, and to remember what makes us human. These journeys show that honoring the past enriches our future. By weaving together old and new, we create a life that is both meaningful and resilient. Timeless places are living reservoirs of human experience, not relics. They are vibrant, evolving, and full of stories that continue to shape us. They remind us that true value isn't measured in speed or profit, but in the depth of our connections, the richness of our memories, and the moments we allow ourselves to truly live. The magic of timeless places is connection, to history, to community, to wonder. Walking through Gion or Havana, you feel part of a long human story. These places restore our sense of awe and curiosity, often lost in daily routines. They encourage us to look closer, listen deeper, and appreciate the world's intricate details. Preserving them is a responsibility. They are fragile ecosystems of culture and memory. We must visit as respectful guests, supporting local traditions and treading lightly. These sanctuaries are the soul of our shared heritage. They reflect what we've lost and what we can still protect. In their slowness and community, they teach us to live with intention and grace. Rediscovering that older rhythm even briefly is a journey that enriches the soul.